Warning, Prospect Watch is not your average hockey podcast, and that's okay with us. Our goal is to introduce you to stars in the making from all over the world. They may not be household names yet, but we assure you they will be soon enough. Welcome to Prospect Watch.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Prospect Watch, a podcast that focuses solely on the discovery and promotion of some of the best young talent in the game today from all reaches of the world. I'm your host, Lance Green, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Steel. Steel, how are you?
I'm doing awesome, and I'll tell you what, Lance, we got another great one lined up for you guys today. Holy smokes, I can't wait to get into this one. Woo! Let's go.
For sure, because joining us tonight, folks, is none other than Cedar Rapids Rough Rider Zacc Wisdom of the USHL. Zacc, how are you?
Doing well, guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us, for sure.
Really, thank you very much for taking the time out here to be here with us.
Right.
For sure.
So, guys, for those of you that don't know Zacc, I'm here to tell you a little bit about him, all right?
Well, shame on you if you don't.
Right. But we'll enlighten you real quick.
Yeah.
Wisdom is an 18-year-old forward who stands at 6'1" and roughly about 172 pounds. Like previously stated, he currently plays for the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders of the United States Hockey League, where this season he is not only leading his team in goals with 19, but in points as well, scoring 33 in just 28 games played. Folks, if you do the math, that averages out to him scoring at a 1.13 point per game pace.
Wow.
All right. Not too bad, Steel, right?
Woo, we like them numbers.
Right. But Wisdom is not only showing he is one of the best players on his team, but one of the best players in the entire league, where he currently his goal totals are enough to rank him second in the entire league. All right. And his point totals find him seated in sixth place in the entire league.
Jeez, man.
All right. So if I had to name one thing for you guys to get a picture of what kind of player this guy is, I would think that, aggressive is the word. All right.
Okay.
Right. So whether it comes by way of him making a rattling hit, a dominant forechecking ability that he possesses, or just his overall willingness to take a beating as he sets up shop in front of his opposition's net to hopefully redirect a puck for a goal or whatever like that. He simply gets the job done without any gripes, without any complaints, because he knows his actions oftentimes will help his team to win the game. All right. Now, Steel, I don't know about you, but I'm about ready to pick this young man's brain.
I'm here to tell you, man. Listen, if you guys don't know about Zacc, listen, and you can feel the enthusiasm in Lance's scouting report right on your game, Zacc. But can you describe your game for the fans and maybe give like an NHL player that you model your game after?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I'm like a two-way forward. I think I can get the job done on both ends. Get real gritty when I need to, but I can also pull out a little skill when I have to. A guy I would kind of model my game after for sure is like Zach Hyman. He's got some skill to him. He can put the puck in the back of the net, but he's also there putting his body on the line every night.
All right, I can see that, man.
Yeah,
Zach,
for sure.
He's a good player for sure. Underrated in my book as well. He does a lot of the little things, just like you. That's a good comparison, I think.
Thank you.
I'd have to agree with you on that. That is definitely a good comparison. In watching your game, I would have to agree with you on that 100%. Gets in the dirty areas, does the little things,
right.
Attention to detail. Look, I'm here to tell you, man, those skill sets, buddy, are going to get you a long way, not just in hockey. Woo! All right.
I love the of racing hits that he makes. Open ice, doesn't matter. He just lays people out.
Zach,
in case you don't know.
Big points here with us, buddy, because that's the kind of game that we love. Oh, my gosh.
The old school stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want to see them boards rattle. We want to see somebody get hit and get taken off the puck and then have the skill to take the puck away from them after you rattle their bones. What?
All good. All right. So if people weren't familiar with your game before, they most certainly are getting used to seeing you making the USHL's highlight reels this season. But what I think most fans may not be familiar with is the struggles your family had to endure to get to where you are today. Can you talk a little bit about what kind of an amazing person your mom particularly was, and what type of things she would do just to make sure you and your brother had basically every opportunity to get to where you are today?
Yeah, for sure. She struggled a lot. I mean, working multiple jobs, night shifts. Like some nights I wouldn't see her, some days I wouldn't see her, just really grinding. And I think that's where me and my brother get it from is watching her do it. Some days we'd actually like sleep in a car when she'd work, like right outside of her work, just because we wanted to see her because we haven't seen her in a couple of days, like stuff like that. And I mean, she would always, figure out a way to provide, and that's something that me and my brother will never forget. And every time we're struggling, we just remember the stuff that she had to do and how it was 10 times worse than what we're doing right now. I mean, you're doing a couple extra reps on the bench. It's not as hard as having to work 6 jobs and not 6 and being little, but like working 4 jobs and not being able to see your kids, So, I mean, if she can do that, I can do an extra 2 reps on the bench press. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What a tough woman. I mean, obviously some of that's rubbed off on both you guys, and hopefully you can one day pay her back tenfold and make sure she doesn't have to work again or something like that.
That's the goal for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, being able to see her happy is definitely a big goal of mine. So.
Yeah, I'm sure she's pretty happy with how you both have turned out, for sure.
I think so. I hope so.
I mean, you're definitely headed in the right direction, and things are definitely pointing up, and that's something in life that, goes way beyond hockey. That your mom has given you that opportunity, you know what I mean, and has sacrificed for you so that you can have those opportunities. Do you know what I mean? Sure. And the fact that you are so willing to pay it forward to her. Do you know what I mean? That says a lot about your character, Zach. So very much appreciate that.
Yeah.
I owe everything to her. So, I mean, it's the least I could do. Even if it's just a little bit, it's just being able to see her with a smile on her face is what definitely gives me some joy. So.
There you go. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome sauce. All right. So we talked a lot about some of your strengths. Okay. But can you maybe name a part of your game that you feel that you need to work on or something that you need to improve on?
There's definitely a bunch of things I need to work on, but I mean, some things that coach preaches to me like every day is that quick first step off of like an escape move or just really any kind of first step is just getting the edge on the guy right off the bat. Another thing is like blocking shots. I think I can block a lot more shots. I think the technique could get better. I think the angling can get better, stuff like that.
That's good. Yeah, always having a something to work on, never satisfied. That's a sign of a good player too, for sure.
I'm working your craft. You know what I mean? You're learning your craft. You're working your craft. You know what I mean? There's always going to be pieces and parts that you're always going to want to improve on and things that you can always work on. You know what I mean?
For sure.
All right. Well, I don't know if you know this, Zach, but at the rate you're going this season, you're projected to score about 42 goals, 31 assists for 73 points right now, which would blow right, which would blow your last year's totals out of the water.
Holy moly!
Right? Did you do anything different leading into this season that kind of helped you elevate your game to this point?
I mean, I wouldn't say different. I think I just worked a lot harder. I mean, I knew what I wanted to do and I knew who I wanted to be coming into this season, and that, you know, little fire under my butt. So I just worked super hard, and it's kind of paying off now, and I'm going to continue to work hard and just do better every year and every time I'm on the ice, you know.
Awesome.
That's great, man. That shows that you're trying to progress yourself. You're trying to get to that next level and putting the work in and things like that. And those are all great traits to have and everything like that. And so I gotta tell you now. So we've talked to quite a few different players, and I have to admit to you, I was a professional chef, and so I have to ask you, like, I'm just curious, do you have like a favorite pregame meal or stuff you like to load up on, or like what's your food thing going on there, man?
So I actually have a great billet mother.
Okay.
Patton,
there you
she's
go.
outstanding. So we usually did a like a vodka sauce kind of thing with like any kind of noodle we had at the house. But I don't want to toot my own horn, but the 4-goal game that I had against USA, it was we had pesto.
Oh,
it was a pesto pasta. So now every game day she's making me and my billet brother pesto pasta. So that's my thing now, is the pesto.
All
right. So you like the pesto?
Nice.
Oh yeah, big fan of it.
Okay, so you just have the pesto and the chicken, or pesto and the pasta?
It's just the pesto, pesto, no chicken.
Okay, so now is it a basil pesto?
I couldn't tell you.
All right.
He just eats it. He just eats his stuff.
It's green and yummy. Yeah. All right.
Cool. Exactly.
Right. Well, what an amazing what you couldn't have a better game to pick out to have that breakout 4-goal game against Team awesome USA too.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. What a game.
Yeah, I watched that game a couple of times because we like to focus in on a lot on the prospects. So you have to watch things a lot of times so you can zero in on some of the guys, you know what I mean? And so that's what we were doing, was zeroing in on you know what I mean? And being able to see a lot of what your game is. And I'll tell you what, man, that's why you're here. That's why we're talking to you. So thank you very much for being here, man.
Right.
Thanks for having me.
Yep.
Having a great time.
Good. Now, both me and Steel are familiar with your brother, seeing that we cover the Flyers organization as well. So what advice has he had for you recently, now that he's attended a couple NHL camps and is playing in the AHL?
Enjoy it. Like, whenever I talk to him and whenever we see each other, he's just always telling me to enjoy juniors, enjoy playing hockey at this level, and really take it all in and enjoy it. Like, there's nothing like it, you know. And obviously the AHL, the NHL, those pro leagues, it's a completely different ball game up there, right? So like playing juniors, seeing all your buddies, not having to really worry about anything but hockey, like it's just something that it's so, you know, like unknown, and it's so like singular to that kind of junior, you know. So it's just enjoy it.
Awesome. And a quick follow-up question here. All right, and I want you to be honest. I know you're younger, and he's a tough customer, let's face it, but you had to grow up with him, right? So you pretty much know that. But back home, maybe in the off season, who wins in a game of 1-on-1?
As long as he's not watching this, I'm gonna have to go me.
Awesome.
He might have a different opinion, but I'm gonna have to say me.
Hey, listen,
Okay.
he's not here to debate that. So
Exactly.
obviously, we're going to take your word for it.
That's right. You
I
don't have to
gotta
worry
say
about
me.
it.
I think I got the speed on him just a little bit.
Yeah,
So
Awesome.
that's great.
Oh man. Okay. Well, now that we know that you're one up on your brother, right? When you're not playing hockey, okay, what is the one thing that you could find yourself doing in the off season or when you're not playing hockey?
you're actually gonna love this one. I love to cook. So sometimes I'll cook for the family, and sometimes I'll just go downstairs and try and whip something up and just have a blast doing that. I got into golf last year, so that's something I enjoy doing a lot.
All right.
But cooking and golf, like that's
There you go.
All
try
right.
to keep it simple.
Okay, good deal. So that's why I asked you if you knew what kind of pesto it was,
Basil,
right?
yeah.
Right. So okay, so you get a bunch of basil, right?
Yeah.
And you get some pine nuts and you get some olive oil and some Parmesan cheese, right? And whiz that all up together in a blender, right?
That sounds
Cook your
amazing.
pasta, right? Cook your pasta and then just sprinkle that pesto right on top of your pasta when you're done, man. Boom, there you go. Pesto
to go.
pasta, right? There you
That
go.
sounds amazing. I'm gonna try that.
Don't tell your billet mom though. I
that.
gave away the secret though. Okay.
Right. Yeah. He might be sick of it by the time the season's over,
Right?
though. I don't know.
Well, I don't
Might
know,
have
man.
to
Every
take a
time he
break.
eats it, he scores 4 goals, man. What? Keep feeding it to him.
Right. All right. So we've heard about your preferred pregame meal. Do you have any maybe strange pregame rituals or routines that some would find odd?
Making me think here. I mean, I like to take an ice bath like an hour before the game. That's weird. I know that's weird. I get chirped a little bit in the dressing rooms because of that.
All
I
right.
love to take ice baths right before a game.
How do you think it benefits you?
I think I just kind of like don't feel my legs, so like I just keep going. There's no
All right.
stopping. So I think that's how it benefits me, and no pain, so I just keep going.
All right. Well, at least, as long as you keep all your toes and stuff like that, you should be all right.
Well, he's not in there all day, man.
All right.
Little 10
Oh
minutes.
boy. Okay. Well, since you like sitting in ice baths, I mean, gosh, I got to tell you that it is a beautiful thing. I have to say I enjoy a really good ice bath myself. I can attest to the properties of the ice. So, could you name either a coach or maybe a fellow player while you've been with the Rough Riders that has really kind of like taken you under their wing or kind of helped you along or helped you improve your game or, kind of shown you the ropes or anything like that?
Yeah, for sure. I could name a whole lot of guys. I mean, even this year, last year, for the coach, definitely Coach Carlson. I mean, he's just taught me so much about the game and in the past year, and then these past couple of months this year, like he's just brought my game to a whole nother level in such short amount of time. And then players like, just to list a couple off: Connor Lovett, Adam Fleming, Andy Moore, Brendan Fitzgerald, like just guys like that. They've just shown me how to be a good person on and off the ice, and how to strive and believe in yourself, and yeah, just a bunch of different guys that have helped me. So like there's names that I'm leaving out for sure, but those guys just come to mind.
Wow, that's
Good
great.
deal. Yeah. Shout out to Coach Carlson too, who set all this up. So
Yes,
thank you,
big
Coach.
shout out to Coach.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that, buddy, for sure,
Right,
man.
Right. All right. So can you speak a little bit about your recent decision to commit to play for Colorado College, I believe?
Yep.
All right. How'd that come all about? And, stuff like that?
So this was last year at that Pittsburgh showcase.
Okay.
I was fresh playing in juniors, fresh playing in America. Like, I was new to everything. Like, you only hear about the big colleges like Michigan,
Mhm.
Notre Dame. You only hear about those colleges in Canada. So, I mean, like, fun fact, I had no idea that Colorado College was a D1 school until
Right.
they actually came and talked to me. So, but yeah, like, I talked to a couple schools, and Colorado College was one of them, and went on a couple visits, and then I sat down with my mom and my brother, and like, as soon as I sat down, I looked at my mom and I looked at my brother, and I was like, it's Colorado. Like, it was honestly just a gut feeling. I mean, the coaching staff there, just outstanding guys, outstanding people. They know their stuff. Met a couple of players. Those guys are great. It's an up and coming school for sure. And I mean, I want to be a big part of that. And that's why I chose that school for sure.
That's awesome, because I have scouted out a little bit, and I as well didn't really realize that they were a Division I school. I mean, this season alone, they're playing North Dakota, Omaha, Minnesota, Duluth, Union, Boston College, Northeastern, St. Cloud State, Western Michigan, Denver, Arizona State, you name it, they're playing them. And, their facilities look pretty darn nice too, from what I see.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, they look like they just redid everything, and definitely up and coming place, like you said, for sure. I think they got Dougie Waite's son playing there, Mike Vernon's son currently playing there, so they know how to scout some talent for sure, and obviously, they found our guy here, so kudos to that coaching staff for being able to pull a player such as Zacc here. So good on him.
I'm telling you, man, we're excited to see how your career progresses. Okay. We follow all of the players that we interview. We follow them very closely. We like to keep tabs on them because, we say, hey, don't be a stranger when you make it big and, you're skating around up there on the big NHL ice, man. Don't forget about us. You know what I mean? Right. So
no doubt.
So now you mentioned you're going to go to Colorado for college, right? Colorado's a beautiful state. You'll really like it out there. The winters have a lot of snow, but it's beautiful in the spring, and there's a lot of skiing out there. And from what I understand, there's a couple of nice golf courses out there.
Yeah,
especially in like Colorado Springs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. So since we know you're headed to college, what are you gonna do? What's your major gonna be?
I have no idea. Is that bad?
No, I mean, it's not unlikely. Some guys take a little bit to, really focus in on something.
Sure.
So,
yeah, I haven't really thought about it much. I mean, of course, I'm excited to play there and I'm excited to go to school there. But I mean, I've just been thinking about
hockey
last year, this year. I've just been thinking about a whole bunch of other stuff that haven't really thought about what I want to major in, but gotta start thinking about that. Definitely.
Time's ticking away.
Right. All right. So can you tell the viewers, maybe what kind of stick you play with, the flex, the curve, what you prefer?
Of course. I mean, growing up, I'd always like zoom in on guys' sticks and try to see what they're using. So, I mean, if somebody's interested in that, I'd love to help them out. I use a Bauer Hyperlight. I use a custom curve. It's a Jamie Benn curve. It's like a little mix between P28 and a P92. I use 82 flex, and she's a green stick, Rough Rider colors.
Right. All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm always interested in that because I played the game forever. I was a goalie, but definitely into what guys are outfitting themselves with, and maybe some of our viewers are as well, and can look to get a step up on their game and try to get a shot like yours, maybe.
So like you call them up and they were able to give you that specific curve for your stick, right? You're able to order that specifically for your stick or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
I mean, he's Zacc Wisdom. He just calls it up and makes it happen.
Yeah, right. I know, but I get you. But no, but I mean, so what do you call him up and be like? All right, so like I need like a kind of sort of Jamie Benn kind of sort of curve on my stick, with a little P26 thrown in. I mean, is that how you do it, or I mean, how does that work?
No, I mean they got their like kind of stencils, I guess you call them, and
okay.
When a pro uses them, they have that saved, and you can kind of play around with that kind of stuff and see what they're using and kind of try it out. And I just fell in love with that curve, and
there you go.
We're using it.
All right, cool. See, you learn something new every day, right, Lance?
Yeah, right.
Right? I had no idea. I didn't know. And you just call them up and you're like, hey, I need that Jamie Benn curve with a little P28 mixed in there, right? So, okay. So speaking of all that fun stuff, right, do you got or have you been given a nickname? Because we know how hockey players give each other nicknames and all that, right? So what's yours?
My nickname, you're going to love this one. It's The Wizard.
The Wizard.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right.
Yeah, it's on the stick. It's everybody,
Oh, nice.
Wiz or Wizard. Coach loves it. Coach actually came up with it. We were doing video one day, and I was fortunate to be on one of the good clips.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
there you go.
And you see, and here is the Wizard, and everybody just ate it up. That's the thing now.
Stuck, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
How about that, Lance? We got the Wizard, man. Woo!
Well, all right, Wiz. Right. Last question before we wrap it up here. We don't want to keep you too long. Do you have any advice for our younger viewers who may be watching that are out there still trying to chase that dream and get to the level you're at one day?
For sure. I mean, I think just take advantage of like everything that's thrown at you, good or bad. I mean, if it's bad, you can learn from it. If it's good, you're going to enjoy it and you learn from it as well. So, I mean, just kind of taking everything in and just taking it day by day. And the biggest part, like I said, just enjoy it. I mean, if you're not enjoying it, what are you doing it for? You know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah, enjoy it.
That's pretty sage advice, man. Going into what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish, you know what I mean? Because you in the end, you do love the game.
Right.
100%.
You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about is in the end, you do love the game and you want to, be as successful at it as you possibly can. And so.
Yeah. I mean, I think, when certain guys, trying to get to a certain level, they're working so hard that sometimes it can get away from being fun for them, and they have to get back to that, how it was when it was a kid, just being making sure that it's still fun rather than just work, because, if you don't love what you do, you might as well be doing something else. So, Zacc, we absolutely enjoyed the heck out of this. Like Steel said, please don't be a stranger. Hit us up.
Of course.
We would love to have you on, in the future as well, when you're, all big and made it, or maybe, out when you're with Colorado,
Please.
whatever. Yeah.
Please,
so,
yeah.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. You're a phenomenal young hockey player. Hopefully you continue to grow your game and, you're an incredibly humble young man that has come such a far way from, where you are and the struggles that you had to endure and your family had to endure. I mean, somebody should write a book on it, So I know a good writer. Just saying.
We happen to know a good writer.
Right.
I think he's sitting in here with us.
Right. So.
No, but seriously, it's been a pleasure and it's been an honor. It's always great to see the attitude. It's always great to see the maturity. Okay, it's great to see the drive. Okay, you have all of those skill sets, man. Okay, whether you have play in hockey or whether you anything else you do in life, as long as you maintain and keep to that, buddy, you're going to be successful no matter what you do. Okay.
Thank you guys so much. I
No,
appreciate
thank you.
having me out here, and I had a blast. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we try to be a little bit, It can't be all boring, right? Oh man, Zacc, thank you very much for checking us out. Lance, buddy, I tell you what, man, this is another great one here. It goes along with the article that you wrote about this young man as well, too. Man, I can't wait to partner this with that article. What do you think, Lance?
Yeah, it's great. If you guys haven't taken the chance to read it, go to SteelFlyers.com, click on the Prospect Watch link, and it's one of the latest articles that I put out. So, go give it a read for sure. Promote this young man.
For sure.
He indeed deserves it. So.
For sure. Thank you guys for checking out the Prospect Watch. Our host, Lance Green.
Hey. All right.
And I'm your co-host, SteelFlyers, and big thanks to Zacc Wisdom. Thank you very much for being here, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool, the Wiz.
The Wiz.
Right, the Wiz. Thanks to the Wiz. All right. I'm SteelFlyers, your co-host, and this has been Prospect Watch. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll catch you all on the next episode.
Awesome.